Nobody knows nothing bad happened. But I'm just saying, like, that it may feel pretty, like, it feels good. Because, like, that's one of the things that motivates me is, like, some people, like, it's money, the fame. Like, mine was the respect. I wanted the best people to think that I was good, too, you know?
How important is that to you?
It's the most important. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I don't give a fuck that I'm not rich or that I'm not famous or whatever. Because I'm never going to not do this. And I'm never going to not try and be good at it. So it doesn't matter. I don't give a shit.
Do you see people who want to be rich and famous and come out here and fail?
Of course.
How many of those people have you seen?
And there's a ton of those.
That they get in those for the wrong reason. Mm-hmm. Instead of loving what the fuck they're doing and let the money come later. The most important thing about an art is you releasing what the fuck you want to do. You know what, man? I'm sick and fucking tired of going and working at that funeral parlor. I want to make shoes. What?
I actually thought we were recording at a funeral parlor because you're right next door to one, and I was like, "Oh shit!" I see this hearse pull out, and I was like, "Is this where we're talking?"
Every podcast has their stick now. So, what? Because I told you when you came in that I just finished a year. Like, what was your process like for trying to get people to bring you on the road? Because you've been doing it for a while.
I grew up in a different time. Like, I'm old enough in comedy. I grew up and that wasn't a thing. You had to just do it yourself. I knew guys that worked the road.
Can I interrupt you for a second?
Yeah, sure.
That was a horrific question.
I'm sorry.
Because you, at a year, are not looking for anybody to bring you on the road.
No, I know. I was just saying,
you,
at
your
comics.
level, should be getting ready to get on buses and do feature work all around Texas.
But that's what I'm saying. These kids
they
don't
know.
think
They don't know.
They don't go out and feature. You don't have to have somebody bring you.
Nobody's going to bring you on the road.
Oh, okay.
You have to go out there now for 2 or 3 years and bang it out.
Okay.
Bang it out.
So you go and get feature gigs separate of the headliner, or you just go and get...
Yeah, you can just go ask them for feature work.
Okay, see, I don't... That's why I asked the question.
Go to
I don't
clubs.
know.
You have to go to clubs.
I'm not ready to even feature. I'm just looking for hosting.
When you go to a club with me and I take you, you have to build a relationship. It's not... That's why I always say to you, tip. Shut your fucking mouth. Don't ask for tea. Don't
grab nobody's ass.
Don't grab nobody. There's certain things you got to do. That's a protocol. How do I know? Because I did them, and I failed at something, and some clubs didn't.
Did you fuck the wait staff? That's the number one rule, Joey.
Listen,
Come on.
In those days, I was into drugs. Mm-hmm. So drugs. I was thinking about.
So you hung out with the kitchen staff a lot.
A lot. I was thinking about a night right after The Longest Yard came out, and I would, at that time, I would sell 90 tickets, 78 tickets, and I had a gig in Ontario. On Wednesday and Thursday, they let me headline 2 shows. They were paying me good money. Finally, the Improv with The Rock, who I love. I've always loved it. Give me a ton of work over the years. And they gave me a hotel room because I had to do radio next day. And I'll never forget that I went to Ontario, checked into the hotel room. I tried to put the TV on, and I fucking had to do a line of coke. And I didn't know anybody.
Before radio?
That night. Here I am. I just finished getting to fucking Ontario. I'm in the hotel room at night. I got radio at 6 in the fucking morning. But it's 8 o'clock at night and I'm craving cocaine. By 9 o'clock, I didn't know who to call. So I got back in the car and drove all the way back to Hollywood. Got a gram of coke and drove all the way back to the hotel in Ontario. And I snorted coke till 5 and blew off the radio.
You blew it off. The whole reason you're there?
And the improvs were pissed. I mean, fucking furious pissed. Like, that was the last time they even took my calls for like a year.
Oh, wow.
Holy shit.
Like, that type of shit I used to do. Like, that was mine. This is 2006, 2005, when I was just out of my rocker.
But that's the thing is it's because of comics like you guys that fuck everything up, and then we end up with no hotel room or we don't let comics drink anymore because they get all fucked up and don't do it.
I never fucked up a hotel room. Okay. I never did drinking at the bar.
You never drank after the shows?
No, there was only 2 clubs in the country where I hung out at the bar: the Houston Last Stop and the Miami Improv. The other clubs I went to, like I went to Miami. And it was a fucking party every night. Coconut Grove. And then I went to Cleveland. And they couldn't wait to get rid of the customers. Like Cleveland's improv at that time, like they had a line pointing you to the fucking door.
Get out.
And here you are at the bar looking for a package, maybe get a piece of ass.
Yeah.
They would hush them out. Where in Miami, they let you hang out. There was a pool table. You got to meet
they held that
people.
whole separate bar area.
They had, this is the old Miami. This is 99, 2000, 2001 on the third floor in a mall across from a Wet Willie's. You know what Wet Willie's are? Those frozen drinks.
Yeah.
Then they have the one that's 140 proof. They call a cab.
Yeah.
But the whole mall got that. I cannot describe. Like, I think I told it on Monday's podcast that I called Rogan on Saturday. And we talked about, I was talking about Chris something. He owns the Atlanta Punchline. And he's also, what's the chubby kid from Mike and Molly? Billy Gardell's manager, Chris DePetta.
Yeah.
Chris DePetta is a good guy. When I first got here, Chris DePetta helped me a lot. And I was just thinking about this the other day as I was fucking putting earplugs in my ear, getting ready to go in the shower. I was thinking about Chris DePetta, how he owned this, he owned the Atlanta Punchline, but he also managed whatever. He would come out here, but his real life was in Atlanta. He had kids and the whole thing. So he owned the Punchline. I remember one specific weekend where Rogan took me and Ari to open for him. And Red Band was a kid, and Tate was Rogan's bodyguard. And Eddie Bravo would come along just to tag along so they could do jiu-jitsu at a gym. So it was like 6 of us on the road. And looking back at that, this has to be 2003, 2004, 2002. And we did a video still on there about me calling Duncan and threatening him, telling him he's a devil worshiper. Have you ever seen that clip on YouTube? It's old. It's me calling Duncan and telling him to stop hanging out with devil worshippers because they're going to fuck him in the ass. At that time, it was all of us going out every weekend. Right. It was me, Rogan, Ari, Duncan, Red Band. Red Band would just tape, film. So and then they would call it the Joe Show. And it was Joe Rogan's show, and it was us on the road every weekend. But anyway, to get back to the point, I still remember being outside that parking lot and making that tape with Red Band and hanging up and laughing my ass off. We're going in like fucking Marines, you understand me?
Welcome to church, motherfucker.